this one is blooming too. Hello everyone, happy Saturday, happy March 16th.
March 16th.
Yeah. Your girl just got back from getting my hair retwisted. I actually got a style this time. Hopefully I keep it. Hopefully I keep it. You be quiet. And before I get started, y'all, we're supposed to be family and friends. Why y'all, and this is supposed to be my husband. But as I look back at the footage last week, especially last week, my lips were so dusty and dry, like I had eaten a whole box of powdered toast. And my man ain't said a word.
I didn't even notice it. You were drinking too. So,
The moment my lips are dry and dusty, I need to be alerted. Okay? It look, seriously, it felt like, I'm serious. I look back, I said, oh my God.
My fault. I apologize.
So we're about to get our day started. Well,
Day's already been
it's
started.
already been started. It's 12:10. I've gotten my hair done. He's done some yard work.
Worked in the yard.
He did some yard work. So now we're about to go enjoy our day. We're heading towards Alpharetta today. We haven't eaten at the Cheesecake Factory in a long time. And I just we were thinking about what we should eat. We're not trying anything new today. But last weekend we went to Truck and Tap in Woodstock. But there's one in Woodstock, Alpharetta, Cartersville, I believe, Atworth. They're bars, but they're a bar. But on the weekends, they have food trucks that serve food. And the one that was at the one in Woodstock, the food truck, was Bussin' Jerk ATL. Food was outstanding. So if you ever get the opportunity to get some food from Bussin' Jerk ATL, food truck, you won't go wrong. The food is good. Okay, babe, you can go because you need some gas.
Yeah, I'm going now, baby.
Get there quick because I'm hungry.
I'm tired of you trying to boss me around.
No, you're not. I know you don't want a new boss. I know that.
No.
Huh?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. You ain't gonna get one as fun as me, baby. I know that. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all hang with us. We'll take you all along with us as we go through our day. It's a little cloudy today. The sun is not out. I'm a little saddened by that, but I'm thankful God woke us up and allow us to enjoy our day. So you all be blessed. Stay tuned. Before we get out of the car, I want y'all to see where my husband is taking me for lunch. Now, the girlies would turn their nose up.
For taking you to Cheesecake Factory.
Yes. We haven't been to Cheesecake in a long time. And I'm excited.
And we ain't broke.
Right.
So
That is crazy that these girls, you don't even know these men.
Okay, you got the readers.
Yeah. Hold on, y'all. I can smell them cooking my shrimp pasta right now. And some macaroni balls. What? Y'all turning y'all nose up at the cheesecake? Y'all done lost y'all mind. What kind of meat you get?
Factory.
Well, we just left Cheesecake.
It ain't cheesecake no more.
No. Cheesecake ain't what it used to be. It's been years since we've been.
Yeah.
And I'd probably never return. Yeah. Man, I'm disappointed. Cheesecake, farewell. Yeah.
It just, yeah.
Yeah.
Flavors ain't there.
Nothing. It's like, I hate when, number one, I don't like chain restaurants. 99% of them I don't like. But there's a few that I still like. Roadhouse, Cheesecake was one of them. Now I'm going to have to X them out.
Yeah.
They got to go. Yeah. So.
They are out of the rotation.
They are completely kicked out. Okay, y'all. Let's ride. Hello, everyone. Today is Sunday, March 19th.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so we were just sitting here. The 19th. I'm getting ready to go get my nails and pedicure done because he's been complaining.
Yeah.
But I got an appointment and we're about to go. But we were sitting here talking about, having a conversation about, social media where you're constantly seeing where younger adults are being overwhelmed with life in itself. And we were just discussing it. And my Eric was saying, like, sometimes how he feels, sometimes life really can be overwhelming, but it seems as if the younger adults of today are just really crumbling under the weight of life. And I was saying that as kids, we are Generation X. We were latchkey kids. We, our parents were at work. We came home. We had adult responsibilities as like 10-year-olds.
Cooking dinner,
taking care of our younger siblings, doing all these things that when we became adults, we had already had a lot of somewhat adult responsibilities. So we just took that into our adulthood and just rocked it out. Like whatever problems, we figured it out and we did it.
Yep.
And as Generation X parents, I feel like we, although I was never a parent, he is a parent, shielded their kids from that. They wanted their kids to have a childhood.
And we did. There was a lot of things that, like my boys, that I shielded them from because I didn't want them to go through the things that I had to go through when I was growing up.
Yes.
So she is correct.
So, which is not a bad thing, right. Of course. You want your kids to have a childhood, but even in that, sometimes in some areas, we overcompensated that. So now that they're adults, they really don't know how to handle the pressure of life. And it's really causing them to slip into depression and to feel overwhelmed all the time. And not to say that that's being a bad parent. As a parent, you do the very best that you can at the time. Until you know better, you do better.
Yes.
But as a parent, I feel like you never stop parenting your kids. I was in my 40s. I was telling my husband last night that, I know my sister about to say something to me. She said every time I do a video, I talk about my mama, but I'm going to talk about it. I was very independent. I pretty much took care of myself from the time I was 18. My mama would tell you that. If she was still here, she would tell you that she never had to worry about me. She never had to worry about me because I felt like I had to have me. I had to take care of myself. But the times when I didn't need my mom, she was always there. And most of the times when I needed her is when I didn't feel well. And this week I've been sick, and every time I feel I've been sick, I want to talk to my mama because she's going to tell me what I need to do. She was my doctor. I prefer what she told me versus a MD that went to school because she had old school medicinal ways to cure you of things that did not cause your body to react in a negative way. It was very organic ways. And I would always call her and say, Mama, I feel like this. What should I do? She's like, go get this, this, and this, and take that. Thank you. But yeah, you never stop being a parent to your children.
Right.
And in ways like he's very close with his sons, and he still guides them. He tells them, sometimes I'll be telling him to mind his business because he be all in their business. But it's not like he's prying in their business either. They bring their business.
They invite me in.
Yes, they want his input.
So
But
I'll tell you a story later on about my son that came over last night that we had to do his brakes.
Jesus Christ. Yes, because I got to get my nails done. So we'll continue this conversation. Alexa, stop. Hey friends and family, welcome back to my channel, to our channel. Mine and my husband's now. He's included because y'all see him a lot. So this is another day in the vlog. Today is Thursday, March 21st, which I was supposed to post this vlog yesterday, but I didn't because I didn't have enough footage, and my husband was supposed to tell a story. So I need him to do that because I don't want to leave y'all hanging because y'all don't want to know what was he talking about. So of course I'm working, and right now I'm building tiles in Snowflake. And what Snowflake is, it's a dashboard, and I use it to do a lot of cleanup in our billing system. Like if there's particular codes that we know that an insurance is not going to pay, or they bundle them, meaning bundling means that when you go to a provider, you have services done. He may do an office visit, an x-ray, and some other sort of exam or test. Some tests are considered bundled, meaning if you do one, this one is included in it, and they will only pay one of them. So instead of having someone individually go into each of these counts and write those bundled codes off, I can run a snowflake report and then input those accounts into our billing rule system and write them all off at one time within a minute, versus someone going individually account by account and writing them off, which saves a lot of time and a lot of resources. So that is what I'm doing right now. And I'm building a dashboard so that I can have all of my cleanup accounts or cleanup codes on one dashboard. I think this is my last one, Q0162. So that is what I'm doing right now. I hope you all are having a great week. I'm doing much better. I was kind of sick. Under the weather, sinuses was trying to take me out, y'all. I am not playing. I'm doing better now. This phlegm is going away. And I hate it. Like, that's the worst. Gross. I did notice, though, you know, I was taking sea moss. I've been taking sea moss and making it myself for like 3-4 years. And I ran out of sea moss. I ordered some. And that was around December. And apparently, the people who owned the company was out of office. and it took about 2 weeks for it to come, so I was out. So then I didn't make it. And I've noticed since I stopped taking my CMOS, I got sick. Like, I was never sick. Never, ever caught the doggone flu. Not the flu. COVID. Then my husband caught the flu. Yeah. Been a mess. There are no results. Okay. So, I made my CMOS last night. Okay? I'm on it. Took me a big heaping spoonful this morning. Because, honey, I'm sick of this. I got them all. Need some payments. One bundle query. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 towels. So I should have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got them all. Okay, let me share my towels with Stephanie. Invite Aaron Fernandez. Okay, but yeah, I'm just gonna end it here. I may take you. Y'all want to see my flowers? First of all, Bertha. Those of you who know that's seen Bertha, Bertha is being her normal, bratty self. They're trying to die on me. Bertha is a tropical plant, y'all, that I brought back to life last year. She almost died on me. I brought her back. She was looking healthy. She was looking beautiful. But as soon as it gets cold, because she belongs in the Amazon. And Georgia ain't the Amazon, and it got cold, honey, and she showed it. So I can't wait for it to warm up so I can put her back outside under this tree and give her 6 months to grow. And then this fall or winter, I'm going to bring her upstairs where it's warmer. But yeah, I'm going to show y'all my outside and my other plants. So y'all stay tuned for that. And also my husband's story that he wants to tell about his son that happened over the weekend, because I know that's what he would tell y'all. So y'all stay tuned. Oh, if I didn't say this already, thank you to my new subscribers for joining me in this little journey. And thank you all for the kind comments. I really do read them. And I really, really appreciate the kind comments that you all make. I really enjoy it and I really love it. And thank you all for joining us in this journey. And y'all be blessed. Okay, I'm back. I wanted to leave you all with this. Y'all know the world of influencers and being an influencer and influencing people. Most time when you think of an influencer, they're influencing you to purchase something, to buy something, to run through your pockets, okay? I want to be an influencer, but not in that sense. I want to influence everyone to really, truly enjoy your life. This world is so cruel. I just saw where these twins in New York, one was killed because they ignored a man's advances. What is going on in this world that men think it's okay to kill, batter, verbally assault women because they don't want to talk to you? Like, now I'm not gonna say this just started, because it was a thing when I was growing up. I remember being about 15, 16 years old. Now I will say this, when I was 12, I was a height that I am right now. I'm 5'6", 5'6" and a half, 5'7". I grew up I was taller than my mama. My mom was like 5'3", not 5'3", 5'4", in that area. But I was taller than her when I was like 12, 13. But I was still a child, baby. Everybody knew that. I grew in the neighborhood. Everybody knew who I was. Everybody knew who my parents was. But I guess they didn't know who my mama and my daddy were going to be if you even talked to me. And I remember being in the store. I might have been about 16. And this old man in the neighborhood, a slime bucket, said something, to me. But I just looked at him and ignored him. So because I ignored him, he decided he was going to curse me. Child, I went home, told my mama. My mama got in her car, went to him and cussed him out and told me he better not never say nothing to me again. Neither to say he never did. But my mama told me not to tell my daddy, which I didn't have to. The streets told him. All I knew years later, my daddy brought it up and said he pulled a pistol on him. And that's what these suckers need today. A man, leave these women and kids, girls alone. I don't know how I got on that tangent, but that was in my spirit, so I got it out. But back to me being your influencer. And I want to influence you to live your best life, your best peaceful life. Stop accepting negative things and negative people in your life because they're only going to bring you down and kill your spirit inside. Let them go. And I don't care if they're family members. And I'm not saying that you don't ever have to talk to them again, but if they do the work, do the healing, and can be a positive influence in your life, I welcome them back in if you want to. I'm not here to tell you, we grew up in the family of, that's your family. I don't teach that. I don't. Because if you're a toxic person, I don't care who you are, you will not be in my life. I'm not going to go out of my way to harm you, do anything to you, but I'm going to go around you. So again, I want to influence you to live your best, positive, blessed, financially free life. Don't buy into buying a whole bunch of stuff that means nothing. It means really nothing, right? Do the very best that you can. I'm not going to tell you to go to college because college is not for everyone. But do what you can to live the life that you want. If you want to live a simple life, that's awesome. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing. But make sure that you can take care of yourself and your responsibilities. And hopefully you don't have to rely on anything or anyone. When I say anything, that means drugs to get through your day. Because a lot of people are, if not on some sort of legally pharmaceutical drug to get through their day because of depression, anxiety. All those things are real. Suffered them myself. But Lord brought me out of it. He helped me through it. Okay? He'll help you too. And I'm going to stop with my tangent and I'm going to be gone. So stay tuned with my hustle story. Smooches.
Good morning. Coming on today so that I can have story time with you. Story time today consists of what we started talking about the other day with my son's brakes. So my son gave me a call and he says, Dad, I can't drive my car because I'm having to push the brake pedal all the way to the floor and it's hard for the car to stop. I says, are you hearing any kind of noises or anything like that? When he pressed me, he said, yeah, I hear a little bit of scratching noises and stuff like that. So I told him, I says, sounds like to me we need to change your brake pads and the rotors. So he went off and bought the brake pads, bought the rotors, came over on Saturday evening, brought all the parts and everything. I pulled his car into our garage and commenced to working on the driver's side. Working on the driver's side and everything, got everything off of the car, but I couldn't break the bolts for the rotors. So, and I'm looking at the rotors, I says, well, your rotor is actually pretty good. I don't see any damage over here, no kind of big scratches or anything like that. So ended up just changing the pads on the driver's side. Got all that back together, put the car back on the ground, switched over to the passenger side. Passenger side front. And these are all front brakes. So jacked the car up, put my strut underneath there, put the car down on the strut, took the tire off, and I started looking at the brakes. And I'm like, man, these pads are not looking good over here. Rotor still looks pretty good. So I said, okay, let's take the pads off. Soon as I loosen up the bolt for the brake pads, a piece of metal fell off. I'm like, what is this? And I said, okay, so I just continue to loosen up the bolts for the brake pads. There's two brake pads, one for your front side of the rotor, one for the back side of the rotor. I took the front side off, and then I put my hand behind the rotor so I could take the back pad off. I didn't feel anything. I was like, this ain't right. I got my flashlight, climbed underneath, looked where the rotor is, and looked behind it. There's nothing there. The metal piece that fell off was the remaining portion of his back brake pad. So what does that mean? That means that when he was pressing on his brakes because he had to go all the way to the floor, the piston on the master cylinder that presses the brake pads together so that you could stop, it had nothing to push on the backside of the rotor. So when he pressed all the way to the floor, there was nothing for it to actually press together to stop. So he was riding on a wing and a prayer and Jesus' grace for him to be able to stop that vehicle. I looked at him and I says, son, what the hell? And he was like, what do you mean, Dad? Now, my son is 30 years old. So he's 30 years old. He says, what do you mean? I says, you had no brake pad here. You had nothing to stop. Now, my wife, I told her this story after it was done and everything, and she was cracking up laughing. And then she made a very valid point that I didn't even think of. We live in, Georgia. We live in Kennesaw. We live at the bottom of the mountains and everything. This area is very, very hilly, especially where he lives in Canton, Georgia, which is 20 miles away. I don't know how he was stopping, going up and down hills. Don't have a clue.
Cause there ain't no way.
No way. No way.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way, man. But
these kids be living a little.
I mean, riding on excitement. So, and got the car fixed, and I put everything back together, and he was still in my garage, and I told him, I says, pump the brakes, to get everything built back up. So when we pumped the brakes, I added, a little bit of brake fluid, and all that. And once the brakes started building back up with the pressure and everything, his eyes got real big. I said, what's wrong? He says, man, I ain't felt like this in a long time with these brakes. I'm like, oh my God. I said, oh my God. So I told him, I says, all right, since you're still in the garage and we're on level ground, I says, go in reverse a little bit and stop. He puts it in reverse, presses on the brake, car stops automatically. So brakes are good. And I told him, says, come back forward, let's, and press on the brake again. Came back forward a little bit, press on the brakes, car stops. Brakes are good now. He calls me when he gets home. Dad, brakes are fine. He calls me the other day. Dad, brakes are still good. Everything is good. Appreciate it. Moral to the story is, take care of your stuff. If you having problems such as brakes, ask somebody. Don't wait till you have to push the brake pedal all the way to the floor. That's the wrong time to ask. So, yeah, that's story time for us today. Appreciate it.
Hope you all enjoyed the story time that my husband provided. I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog, and we'll start a new one over the weekend. You all be blessed, live a full life, be happy, do the things that make you happy. Do the things that cause you less stress. Sometimes that job that you pray for, You didn't include all the requirements that you needed. God gave it to you the way you asked for it. He will do that. So be very careful. So again, y'all have a great week, and we will chat with you all later. Smooches.